Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to DFS Coach Talk. I'm your host, Josh Davis, also known as Crash, and I am joined by the one and only Doug, aka Liver Punch. Doug, how are you doing on this Friday afternoon?
I'm doing great, Crash. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. We got a lot nicer weather today. Yesterday it was kind of dark and dreary and a little cool. Today it's nice and sunny and warm, about 80 degrees. So, yeah, I'm doing well. I imagine it's probably in the 50s or 60s there?
You got it. In the 50s is usual, nice and cold up here.
Yep, that's pretty
Time of
typical
year.
for April in Wisconsin. So if you're new to DFS Coach Talk, we would love to have you join us. The first thing you want to do on YouTube is hit the like button and then hit subscribe. After you've done those two things, if you would hit the alarm bell, that will let you know when our newest podcast has gone live. Like I said, if you would like to join us, you can join us on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk. Send us a DM. We'll be glad to get you in our Discord. We have a very family-friendly, very encouraging environment in our Discord, and we have a lot of fun encouraging each other and winning some money. So it's a lot of fun. Hope to see you in our Discord soon. Join us on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk. We'll go ahead and get right into it. We've got 13 games on this slate. The first game is the Oakland A's at the Baltimore Orioles. 7:05 p.m. Eastern start time. Ross Stripling against Corbin Burns. Then we have at 7:07 p.m. Eastern, the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Gavin Stone against Chris Bassett. I'm going to make this a little quicker today, so we're moving right on. Chicago Cubs in Boston taking on the Red Sox. 7:10 p.m. Eastern. Shota Imanaga versus Cutter Crawford. And then we have 7:10 p.m. Eastern, the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the New York Mets. Miles Mikolas against Jose Butto. 7:10 p.m. Eastern, the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. Trevor Williams against Kyle Tyler. 7:20 p.m. Eastern, Cleveland Guardians at the Atlanta Braves. Logan Allen against Chris Sale. 7:40 p.m. Eastern, Tampa Bay Rays against the Chicago White Sox. Zach Eflin taking on Chris Flexen. 8:05 p.m. Eastern, the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Texas Rangers. Graham Ashcraft against Nathan Eovaldi. 8:10 p.m. Eastern, my Milwaukee Brewers hosting the New York Yankees. Lewis Gill against Colin Ray. 9:38 p.m. Eastern, we move to the late slate. Minnesota Twins taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Bailey Ober against Patrick Sandoval. Then we have 9:40 p.m. Eastern, Zach Gallen taking on Emerson Hancock, the Arizona Diamondbacks against the Seattle Mariners. Then at 9:40 p.m. Eastern as well, Philadelphia Phillies taking on the San Diego Padres in San Diego. Aaron Nola against Joe Musgrove. Last game of the night, 10:15 p.m. Eastern, Pittsburgh Pirates at the San Francisco Giants. Quinn Priester taking on Kyle Harrison. So that will do it for the slate overview. Let's go ahead and get right into our top pitchers, starting with my top pitcher of the day, which is going to be Corbin Burns. He's 9,800 on DraftKings, 11,500 on Fanduel, $56 on Yahoo. Burns, he really got off to a good start, his season opener, which was on opening day against the Angels. But since then, his last four starts, he's only just been decent, nothing spectacular. I think he's going to have a strong day today. He's facing the Oakland A's. They have allowed the second highest strikeout rate this year at 27.4%. And so Corbin Burns is my top pitcher. Doug, who is your top pitcher for today?
Wow. Boy, it's a tough day to pick a top pitcher. I really have a couple I do love. I think I'm going to go with Shota Imanaga. The lefty. The lefties match up so well. Pitchers against the best pitchers basically on the Red Sox except for O'Neill, are basically all left-handed. And they're going up against a good left-handed pitcher they've not seen before. It's not great hitting weather today in Boston.
Sure.
Another advantage. So I'm going to go with him.
Okay.
Also.
Yeah. No, I like Shota. I've watched him pitch a few times. I believe he pitched against the Dodgers. I think he had a pretty good game against them. Is that right?
Yep.
He did, yeah.
He's 10-2 on Fanduel, and he's a little more affordable on Draftkings. But.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like you mentioned, the majority of the bats in the Red Sox lineup that have been hitting well is the left-handed hitters. Rob Refsnyder, he's pretty cheap. I think he's a pretty good play if you want to play somebody on the Red Sox today. He's been pretty good against righties too, but here he faces a lefty. So, yeah, I like the show to call for sure. Value, I'm going same game. Cutter Crawford, 8,300 on DraftKings, 9,700 on FanDuel, $46 on Yahoo. He's not really a value on the other two sites, but on DraftKings, I do like him at 8,300. He hasn't allowed more than one run in any of his 5 starts, and he had 2 shutouts against Baltimore and Cleveland, 2 of the better teams in baseball. So I do like Cutter Crawford at home today against the Cubs. On the flip side of this, who's your value pitcher for the day?
Cutter Crawford.
Nice.
Yeah. It's all right. I got more, buddy. You know me.
Okay, yeah, you got more, but we're going to save those for our members. Once again, you can join us on our Discord, or in our Discord, I should say. Send us on a DM on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk. We'll be glad to get you in our Discord. Let's keep it rolling with our fade pitcher of the day. Aaron Nola is going to be my fade pitcher. He's on the road against the Padres. He's been very good in his last several starts at home, but in his last 9 of his last 10 starts on the road, he's scored no more than 40 fantasy points. So for his price, he has not been meeting value at all on the road. Tough matchup against the Padres. They had a lot of confidence, I think, built up in that last game at Coors and in that series, really. But I think they're going to play well today. It is a pitcher's park. That's one thing that you worry about in Petco. But I think that Aaron Nola on the road, he's just too expensive for me. It's a tough matchup, so he's going to be my fade pitcher. Who are you looking to fade today?
Well, just to add on to Nola, I do have him. I'm fading him too. Okay. I might put him in 1 or 2 lineups if I was doing 150, but I don't do that. Anyways, I don't like him. The other thing I want to mention about Nola real quick, then I'll go with my fade pitcher. His last 2 outings have been decent, not great. And they've been against very subpar offenses.
Right.
Like 2 of the worst offenses in baseball.
Yeah.
And he's still giving up a couple runs. He doesn't look right. He does not look right.
He doesn't look right at all. His velocity has been down. I've been noticing that when I've watched him. So
yeah, and my fade pitcher, real quick, Musgrove. He's not getting righties out this year, Crash.
Yeah, he's not been.
That's what he's known for.
Yeah,
he's getting righties out, and he's not getting righties out this year at all. And his stuff is not there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I am fading him hardcore.
A lot of tough righties in that lineup, and Trey Turner's probably going to be on the home run watch, I would think.
Yep. Definitely.
What's that?
Definitely. Maybe inside the park. That'd be something.
Yeah. I mean, he had a terrible series. Just as a side note, I was playing him on PrizePicks like every game thinking he was going to break out. And he had a terrible series in Cincinnati, which I thought for sure, short porch to the right, that he was going to have a nice series. Did not happen. So BVP play. My BVP play is going to be Ryan Mountcastle, 4,600 on FanDuel, 4,600 on DraftKings, 3,200 on FanDuel, $15 on Yahoo. Small sample size, 3 for 7 against Ross Stripling, but 2 of those hits were home runs. So I do like Ryan Mountcastle as my BVP play of the day. There wasn't a lot of BVP today, though. I did notice that. So were you able to find somebody that you liked?
Well, I mean, Mountcastle was the obvious one. You nailed that. There's a little left-handed hitter in Miami I like. Second baseman guy.
Yeah.
Here it is. Yep. Yep. And he was 7 for 16. We got double and a homer versus Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be my other one up. And like I said, I would just have him as a one-off.
Sure.
Honestly. Although I don't mind a mini stack in Miami, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right where we're going next. So we'll go ahead and hit that. Stacks for me, I like the Orioles and the Rangers. GPP, I do like the Giants against Quinn Priester. The Brewers were supposed to face him the other day, and he never did pitch. So Quinn Priester is in line to start against San Francisco today. So I do like the Giants as a GPP stack, but probably at least 80% of my lineups are going to be Baltimore and Texas. So,
wow.
Do you have the same?
No, I don't. That's okay.
Okay.
I do have Texas and Baltimore. They're obviously my top 10. Okay. I'll just go just not to give everything out, give the rest of the members. Texas is my number 2. I did have Atlanta as number 1, but I moved them out of there when I looked at the weather.
Okay.
The wind's blowing in at about 10 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fade them a little bit. Okay. But my top GPP is Tampa righties against Flexen.
Tampa righties. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Flexen just is horrible pitcher.
He is.
He should be in the majors, but if he make a reliever at best.
Yeah.
And starting him and they don't have a good bullpen. I could see the Tampa bats with cold. They're going to warm up. Warm up today.
For sure. I like that call a lot. Home run call, I'm going with Evan Carter. We have more than that, obviously. We're going to save a couple of those for our members, but that'll be one of my home run calls today. Go ahead and give me one of your favorite home run calls today.
Rizzo.
Okay. Rizzo against my Brewers. All right.
Sorry about that crash.
No, that's not a bad call at all. He's definitely familiar with AmFam.
It's either him or some other guy from the Orioles.
Yeah. Some other guy from the Orioles. I think I know who you're talking about.
I know. But anyway,
yeah,
I got three Orioles going deep today.
Wow, 3 going deep. Okay. I've got 2, so we're not too far off. Yeah, so before we get into our FanDuel lineup, I'm going to give out our PrizePicks plays of the day. Going to go ahead and give out a couple. I'll save a couple for the members. Evan Carter, more than 1.5 total bases. Obviously, he was my home run call, so I think he's going to get more than 1.5 total bases. And then my other play is going to be Corbin Burns, more than 6.5 strikeouts. I definitely think he can hit that against the A's. So, other PrizePicks plays for our members. Let's take a look at the chat before we move to our FanDuel lineup. The Prince, you're late. What did you miss? Not a whole lot. We went over our top pitchers. Mine was Corbin Burns. His was Shota Imanaga. Our value pitcher was Cutter Crawford. Both of us were both fading Aaron Nola. We both like the Orioles. And I'm trying to think what else. Doug liked the Tampa Bay righties. I like the San Francisco Giants as our GPP stacks. Your home run call, mine was Evan Carter. His was Anthony Rizzo. So that pretty much catches you up real quick. So yeah, let's go ahead and give out our FanDuel lineup. We're gonna give out 6 of the 9 players today in the lineup. So I'll go ahead and take the first pick. I think I let you take the first last time.
Yes.
So I'm going to take the pitcher that we both like. I'm going to take Cutter Crawford.
Cutter. Yeah, that's fine. I'm talking about FanDuel.
Yeah, he's a little pricey, but I think we got enough value that we can figure this out.
Oh, I could fit him in easily.
Yeah.
No problem at all. Well, let's go a little off the board, start it off, shall we? Josh Smith at shortstop.
All right. I like that play. At shortstop. Okay.
Yeah, a Texas guy.
Take, is he in the outfield? No. Catcher first base, Ryan Mountcastle.
Love it. Okay, and then we'll go off outfield.
Okay.
Rosarania, $2,800 on
Wow,
FanDuel.
that's cheap for Rosarina. Holy cow.
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 more picks, so 1 each. So I'm going to take my guy, Evan Carter, outfield.
Okay. I'm just going to get away from stacks and just give you a couple good players.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing here. Okay. Another value I like tonight is Jeff McNeil at $2,600 at second base.
Okay.
And he's facing Mikolas is not getting anybody out.
Yeah, and I saw he has really good numbers against Mikolas. So yeah, that's a good play. So that's going to do it for today for our FanDuel lineup. Like I said, we're going to give out the other three plays to our members. Get in our Discord. Join us on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk. We'll be glad to get you in our Discord. Our memberships start as low as $4.99 a week, so you can just join us for a week, see how you like it. If you like it, we have other memberships that you can stay for a lot longer. We're going to cover all the major sports, NBA playoffs, NBA finals, of course, the rest of Major League Baseball season, beginning of NFL, PGA. Doug helps out with PGA. So we got a lot to cover in that membership for not a lot, really. It's a really good deal. So hope to see you in our Discord soon. Join us on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk. Doug, any last thoughts before we get out of here?
2 last thoughts. First of all, that San Francisco game with the Pirates, I like how the wind's blowing out the crash.
Okay.
15 mile-per-hour wind blowing out the right field. So keep that in mind when you're playing Pittsburgh, San Fran, okay?
Okay.
Second thought is we're doing really good in PGA right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you catch the NFL draft at all? Subject.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. What did you think of the Packers pick?
Well, I mean, it's not sexy, but it's what you feel comfortable with. Offensive line, you can never really go wrong there. It was a safe pick. Now, I do think they're going to move up today. They're at 41 in the second round. I think they're going to move up and get either Cooper DeJean or maybe Kool-Aid McKinstry or somebody that they like at corner. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. What do you think for the Vikings? I mean, I know they got J.J. McCarthy now, and they got the edge rusher Dallas Turner. I thought they had a really nice draft. So,
yeah, there's a lot of things I could talk about with the draft. I've been make it real short. I thought McCarthy. I'm a little lower on him, and so I'm glad they didn't give up the farm, the draft way up to 4 to get him. That would have been a killer for their team for years to come. So I was happy about that.
Right.
And I love Turner. Turner's a top 10 prospect. And I watched him at a combine. I watched him in a couple games this past year of Alabama. And the guy's a beast. And he's a good player. And the Packers, the NFC North needs to draft offensive linemen just to block the Vikings pass rush.
Yeah, well, there you go. You took Turner and we took Jordan Morgan, so that'll work.
The Packers are great at developing offensive tackles, offensive guards.
Yeah, it's a little surprising though that they took him that early, honestly, because they usually take these offensive linemen in the 4th and 5th round. But I get it. I mean, especially if they think that Cooper DeJean, who I think they really have their eyes on, I think they can get him in the 2nd round, just move up a couple spots. If they can get both of those guys, I think that's a really good move. And real quick on the Vikings, and I'll move back to baseball. Hunter went to the Texans, right? I did see that. Didn't Daniel Hunter leave?
Daniel Hunter? Yes, Houston.
Daniel Hunter? Yeah, I thought so. All right. Well, real quick, just get back to baseball here real quick, and then we'll let you guys go. Want to recap real quick here our FanDuel GPP lineup, the core plays that we gave out. So we got Cutter Crawford at pitcher, Ryan Mountcastle at catcher first base, Jeff McNeil at second base, Josh Smith at shortstop, Randy Arozarena, and Evan Carter in the outfield. So that's going to be the GPP core. If you're a member, you'll get the full lineup later on tonight. Hope everybody enjoyed the podcast. Hope everybody has an awesome Friday. We got NBA basketball playoffs. We got NFL draft and, of course, Major League Baseball. So ton of stuff to watch tonight. A lot of fun to be had. Hope everybody has an awesome Friday, and we'll see you again next week as we do look to crush it in MLB, DFS, and PrizePicks. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.